What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Knightsman channel. What we got today is PS5 Unreal Engine's 5 tech demo. Now I'm super excited because I get to see a little glimpse of what the PS5 has in store. And as everyone out there knows, I absolutely love the PlayStation, so you know the PS5 is going to be a little treat. Especially when we're, coming out of lockdown. So it's exciting news. I'm going to read a little bit of something here. So the Unreal Engine 5 is Epic Games' next-gen game engine, utilizing film quality art assets and dynamic lighting. PS5 tech demo highlights the new capabilities of Epic's game engine. So that's awesome. That's going to be cool. I'm super excited. What I expect to see is I want to see some next-gen graphics. I want to be blown away with what I see on the screen. I want to see pure detail. I want to see beautiful environments. I want it to flow. And yeah, so I think without further ado, we smack straight into this video. I'm so excited. Definitely make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and bell notification though. That will help this channel out a lot. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's crack on. Let's go. Here we go, Epic Games. It's a good 9-minute trailer too.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
Okay.
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics.
Yes.
There were two key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting, instantaneously.
All right.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. And we're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward. Truly virtualized geometry. The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw calls, or memory. We could directly use film quality assets and bring them straight into the engine.
And that's a big deal for artists. I just want to be able to import my ZBrush model, my photogrammetry scan, my CAD data, without wasting any time optimizing, creating LODs, or even lowering the quality to make it hit frame rate.
In the end, that's what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology Nanite. Here is the future of Unreal Engine running live on a PlayStation 5.
Awesome. Let's take a look at it.
This has to be the right way.
Okay, that looks damn good. I'm getting goosebumps. I am getting goosebumps. Wow. Damn, look at that lighting there. It looks real.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo.
Alright, there's a gameplay?
Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles. What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise.
Wow.
Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly. Okay, let's keep going.
Alright, it's a good little demo. This is the right way. PlayStation 5.
We've made some great additions to our audio system as well.
Nice it looks.
Convolution reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio.
Damn, that sounds good too in this.
All of this adds up to a more immersive experience.
Yes, that's what we want. That's what PlayStation's trying to do. They want to heavily, you know, work on that sound. Yeah. Oh, that looks real. Oh.
This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before.
Yeah, the sound is crazy.
We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below.
You gotta climb?
The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf.
I'm just going to pause it there. We're about halfway. I'm just going to have a little rant. Now, I think this is awesome. Looks so real in it. You know, I'm really buying into what they're trying to achieve, which is that immersive feel. You know, introducing the sound, which with headphones, you know, they're like as a PlayStation 5, you know, when they broke down how they're trying to achieve this. You know, it does sound pretty good. I'm super, you know, interested to see, you know, where they can take this in terms of the games, and really I feel like it's like on that movie level, if you know what I mean, because it looks fantastic. As I said, the lighting looks really good, as they're talking about, and yeah, I mean, I'm going to be very impressed if, you know, they can have a game which runs so smooth and keeps up all this graphics all the way through. But I do think there's a huge leap from last generation to this generation, especially with the SSD. And the, you know, the stuff that they can do, how fast they're trying to make it. You really are trying to make it immersive and not have to really, you know, be bottlenecked into elevators or, you know, the windy corridors that can load up the next stage. You know, it's just so open, and I feel like this is going to be awesome. But we'll carry on now. I'm talking too much, but that's just my little halfway views anyway. But let's go. Carry on. Character looks so real too. Just...
Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural.
Alright.
For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
Looks promising.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It builds it
Dynamic
real.
GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its impact on gameplay.
Nice.
Any light
Looks-
source can move while
it
still
might
having
be.
beautiful bounce lighting. Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces. You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light.
Yeah.
Lumen not only reacts to moving light sources, but also changes in geometry.
Damn. Really hear it.
Remember we mentioned high
Crazy.
poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles. No baking of normal maps,
Look
no
at that
authored
detail.
LODs.
I'm gonna have to pause it. Look at it. Wow. Like just all the patterns, it just looks real. Oof. Just in one statue which you'll pass
And we
not
can
even
do
see
more
it
than
for
a
like
single
5
statue.
to 10, you know, you only
There
see
are
5
nearly
10 seconds.
500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone.
From an area you might not even be in.
Over this entire demo,
More than-
there are hundreds of billions of
For
triangles.
more than 5 minutes, you know, you just pass by them. Crazy.
So with Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination. all running on a PlayStation 5.
Oh. Damn, look at those statues.
There's not much time left.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
The portal
Look
is
at
open.
that.
Don't fail me now.
Damn. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. The character looks legit too. Oh,
It's time to see what's next.
goosebumps. Damn. All right, let's go over our thoughts and feelings. I reckon that trailer, I'm sorry, Microsoft. I think Microsoft dropped the ball on their presentation when they, were showing some of the games. I mean, they didn't show this. This was crazy. This was beyond another level. So yeah, if we're comparing the Microsoft to Sony, I think, Sony has been really quiet, and they dropped this bomb of a trailer. I think just everything in terms of the environment, the lighting, the character, the interaction, everything that they're trying to achieve, I think they're doing it. And I'm excited to see what else the PlayStation 5 has for us, because that just looks so immersive, and that's what I'm wanting from this next gen, is that immersive feel, that feeling of actually being in the environment, from the sound, from the looks, from the feel of the game. So yeah, in terms of like the trailer, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for the Knightsman score, only because I think PlayStation 5 is going to smack it out of the park, and that was an absolutely beautiful trailer. I had goosebumps, a couple times throughout that trailer, and I love how they explained it, how they, were letting us know some of the features in the trailer. I thought, that trailer really hit the mark. So I'm definitely, that gets me more and more excited with each little snippet of information that we're getting from this PlayStation 5. I definitely think in terms of that next gen, a lot of the players, we keep pushing our expectations so high for these companies to match. But I do think there's going to be a leap in this next generation, especially with the SSD, as I said. But it's definitely something that is it's gonna be great. And I know that with this little presentation here, it's already going to get a lot of these fans buzzing, and I just, we like to compare it against the Xbox, and I think, this amount of detail and what they're doing here, that shone through in this video. And I think they're going to keep ramping up these PlayStation announcements now, noting that, the summer 2020, when the PlayStation will drop, that's coming relatively soon. It's going to come here before you know it, so we're going to see lots more trailers, info leaking. Definitely want to see what the console looks like. Definitely want to see anything else that the console can bring. I want Sony to give me a full presentation which absolutely blows my mind, blows my expectations. That's what I want, that's what I'm expecting, and that's what I'm hoping is going to come out for the PlayStation 5, and that alone will just blow Xbox out of the water. Xbox is good though, heard some good things, but their presentation with their games just didn't do it for me. I didn't really watch it at all, but this here definitely got me, buzzing, got me talking. So I think they've done absolutely well doing this. They like to do that, holding the information, then here's a little bit, and this is just a little bit, but it is blowing my mind, especially because we gave it a 10 out of 10, so I think it is definitely justified. And yeah, I'm so excited to get my hands on this, because if we got a game like that is playing all the way through with that type of detail, with that type of sound, and how the character kind of utilizes the environment and is affected by the environment, that's gonna give gamers a lot more opportunities to bond with the characters, to love what the environment is made up of, and in turn that will help the story develop, and it will help the players really buy in, because I think that's what a lot of people are wanting these days, is just to escape their normal lives and be immersed into a different sort of world like this. Especially for me, with my imagination, I like to really dive deep in some of these stories, so that's what we want. And I think the Unreal Engine 5, that tech demo was absolutely stunning, and it blew me away. So I think they've done a really, really good job, and definitely it's hyping me for this PlayStation 5. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this trailer. Also, if you've got any comments, make sure you smack it down below. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe button, bell notification. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing these videos for the PlayStation 5, because each little bit is going to build that layer and layer, as I said, into if it's worth getting or not. But I'm saying right now it is going to be worth getting, especially watching this little video here. So too easy. Thank you, 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. Take it easy in this big wide wheel, stay safe, and that is Knightsman out. Cha-ching.